Imagine you are a lawyer. You are in a lawsuit against Valve Corporation, a company with infinite resources and some of the best attorneys on the planet. You file a motion to kick out their expert witnesses. You cite a specific legal ruling from a case called Pack-Tool vs. Ket-Tool. You quote the judge directly to prove your point. But there's just one problem. While Pack-Tool vs. Ket-Tool is a real lawsuit, that ruling never happened. The citation doesn't exist. And the quotes? Well, the AI you used to write your brief literally made them up. This isn't just one typo. Valve found over 13 different fake cases and quotes in that filing. Today, we are looking at the Valve vs. Rothschild case. We have the hallucinated legal briefs, the receipts where Valve calls them out line by line, and the embarrassing apology letter these lawyers had to send to a federal judge. So, let's get into the details. If you're new here, Valve is suing inventor Leigh Rothschild and his entities like Patent Asset Management, who isn't some small-time inventor. He's a patent titan. Valve alleges him and his companies are patent trolls, companies that file or buy patents purely to sue for settlements, not to make a product. Rothschild is listed on over 280 patents, and his entities have filed over 1,200 patent infringement lawsuits. He has been one of the most litigious patent owners in America. He doesn't just go after small companies, he has targeted the biggest names in tech, which is why Valve is a target. His entities have launched massive campaigns against companies like Apple, LG, Google, and so many more over everything from wireless image sharing to reverse charging technology in their Pixel phones. His entire strategy is to force multi-million-dollar licenses and settlements. This fight started because Rothschild's firm sent Valve a demand letter threatening them over a patent, the 221 patent. The crucial detail is the fact that Valve already paid for a perpetual license for multiple of Rothschild's patents back in a 2015-2016 settlement, because they already had to deal with him a decade ago. Rothschild's defense was that this was an inadvertent administrative error caused because their lead counsel was battling a terminal illness. But Valve's argument is the total opposite. They say this is a deliberate pattern of bad faith designed to exploit the cost of litigation. They say Rothschild's business model is built on forcing cheap settlements by just being a nuisance. The key thing here that you need to know is that Rothschild operates through dozens of shell companies like Patent Asset Management to collect this money. Valve argues this is their bad faith business model. They use the companies as a shield to collect profits without risking their personal fortune if they lose and then have to pay legal fees. But this case took a big turn on October 27, when the Rothschild lawyers filed motions to exclude Valve's experts. But the thing is, they use generative AI for their research that sometimes generates completely false information that's more commonly known as hallucinations. Now, this isn't just an anti-AI story. Valve's own leadership, including Gabe Newell, has publicly encouraged young people to learn AI, viewing it as a powerful tool. But the problem here isn't the AI. The problem is that these lawyers are blindly submitting it to a federal court without performing the professional due diligence required by the law to make sure the facts they are submitting are correct. So the Rothschild lawyers cited Pack-Tool vs. Ket-Tool. They provided a specific citation, 2009 Westlaw 1070-5131. They even quoted the judge, claiming he excluded expert testimony that offered legal opinions on claim interpretation. So Valve's lawyers checked the database. They found the real Pack-Tool case, but this specific opinion, well, it doesn't exist. The quote is totally made up. Valve's filing literally says this opinion does not exist, thus text defendant's quote from case is a fabrication. It gets worse. They cited another case, Crow Tribe of Indians vs. Rakakot. That is also a real case, but the AI inserted a quote about experts testifying to legal conclusions. Valve once again checked the text, and that quote is not in the case. The AI took real names, mixed them with fake case numbers, and invented quotes that sounded good, and the lawyers ate it up and copy and pasted it into their document. It wasn't just these either. Valve brought up over 13 different cases these lawyers used that were all wrong. It wasn't some accidental typo mistake, so Valve called them out for it. Now you might be wondering, why does this matter? Why did Valve bring this up? Because in a lawsuit where Valve is arguing the other side is acting in bad faith, the AI incident is definite proof that the defense team is either completely incompetent or just dishonest. Both absolutely ruined their credibility. In previous cases across the US, as this is becoming a bigger and more popular issue, lawyers caught doing this have faced severe punishments. So this isn't just a slap on the wrist. Judges have ordered lawyers to pay fines up to $5,000 and sometimes even pay the opposing parties entire legal fees. Most damaging for this case though, the judge will now treat all of the Rothschild's team's arguments, witnesses, and claims with extreme suspicion. This hurts their entire defense and future odds of winning, which were already slim enough. So, as Valve called them out, last week the Rothschild counsel, Joseph Zito, realized they messed up and filed this, an open letter of apology. AI was used in the research and presentation of the citations in the brief. He says the AI caused a significant scrambling of the citations. But look who he blames. He says a young attorney on a contract basis used the AI. He claims his firm has a solid policy of zero use of AI, and this was a one-time error, shifting the blame to some random employee. But it actually seems like the AI mess is actually the least of their problems right now. While everyone was laughing at the fake quotes, a much bigger legal bomb was silently detonated by Valve's lawyers. Valve is trying to prove that Leigh Rothschild uses these shell companies, patent asset management, display technologies, and others to hide his personal money. They are looking to hold the people behind the companies accountable, so if they win, they can sue Rothschild personally and go after all his funds. Valve asked for financial documents to prove this. The defendants allegedly ghosted, failing to respond to interrogations for 92 days, so Valve filed a motion for sanctions, asking the court to simply declare the alter ego theory as fact due to the obstruction. The Rothschild's lawyers didn't file an opposition. Under local rules, failing to oppose a motion can be considered an admission that the motion has merit. Combined with the utter lack of credibility from the AI incident, the judge has all the reason in the world to side with Valve on this. And if that motion for sanctions is granted, Rothschild's personal fortune is on the line. I'll be covering the judge's response to this case and the other Valve cases like their antitrust lawsuit, so if you don't want to miss what's next, make sure you subscribe and like this video.